In this video, we'll be doing an age word problem. 10 years ago, Thomas was twice as old as Patricia. 5 years from now, Thomas will be 10 years older than Patricia. How old are both people now? Now, to organize my information and to establish the variables, I'm going to make a chart. I'm dealing with ages 10 years ago. So I'm going to put a column 10 years ago. And then I'm dealing with 5 years from now. So I'm going to move that over a little bit and put a column 5 years from now. And then I'm going to have a column for how old are both people now. So I'm going to have a column for now. The people that I'm comparing are Thomas and Patricia, so I'm going to let T be Thomas's age now, and P be Patricia's age now. So 10 years ago, Thomas, we don't know his actual age, but it would be T minus 10. And then 10 years ago, Patricia would be P minus 10. And then 5 years from now, Thomas will be T plus 5. And 5 years from now, Patricia will be P plus 5. Right, now here's the variables that I'm going to be using. Our first sentence is totally dealing with their ages 10 years ago. So I'm going to use these variables and translate this part of the sentence. So when I see Thomas, I'm going to use T minus 10 was, that's where our equals goes, twice as old, so 2 times as Patricia, so P minus 10. So this is one equation. The second sentence deals with ages 5 years from now, so I'll be using these expressions. And again, I'll translate. Thomas, 5 years from now, is going to be T plus 5. So T plus 5 will be, so that's our verb, that's where the equals goes, 10 years older, so I'm going to add 10, than Patricia. So her age then is P plus 5. So I have two variables. I now have two equations, so I can solve this simultaneously. I'm going to distribute my 2 through the parentheses here. And this equation then is T minus 10 equals 2P minus 20. And then I can combine these two constants, and I have T plus 5 equals P plus 15. I still have some simplifying to do. Let's move the variables to the left side and the constants to the right. So I can add 10 to both sides here. That'll cancel these off. And I'll subtract 2p from both sides here. And that'll cancel these off. So let me rewrite this equation now. It's T minus 2p equals, and then 10 and negative 20 is negative 10. Let me also move the P to the left on this one. And I'll move this, that'll cancel those off. And I'll subtract 5 from both sides on this one, and that'll cancel these off. So now rewriting this equation, I have T minus P equals, and then 15 minus 5 is 10. All right, I'm going to multiply through by a -1 on both sides so that I can cancel my t's by elimination. And you may choose to use substitution, whatever you prefer. So this equation is now a -t plus p equals -10. Let me copy this one so that it's right above that. T minus 2p equals -10. Now when I add these two equations together, my t and my -t cancel. I have a -2p and a +1p is a -1p. And -10 and -10 is -20. I can divide by a -1 on both sides to isolate the p, and I get p is equal to a +20. So this is Patricia's age now, is 20 years old. Now I can use one of my other equations. I'm going to go ahead and just use this one. T minus P equals 10. And I'm going to put 20 then in for P. So T minus 20 equals 10. Add 20 to both sides. These will cancel, and I have T is equal to 30. So Thomas's age now is 30 years old.